Hello, welcome to another episode of the You Only Live Once Life and Business Innovation Style Yummy Conversations, where I, Hani, bring you yummy conversations so that you can change your life, shift into a new paradigm, and make massive changes to soar and create abundance and prosperity and health and love so that you can feel amazing in your body and your life. Now, today we're going to be talking about 5 things that kill your shift, kill your life-changing shift in which you need in order to transform, getting over the incremental changes that you need so that you can create and transform into a place where you have never been before, or create that leap of faith into a identity and into a reality that you are excited to get into. So this could be anything with a complete change in the way that you feel in your body. This can be something that is a big shift in the way that you approach meaningful work. We have clients who have gotten their dreams come true in just 4 weeks alone by applying this. And then also having people, which is like from depression to published, a publisher picking their stories up, or going through another journey of someone who couldn't even wake up and felt no energy waking up and getting flown to Vegas to perform something that he loved doing. So there's so many different options, and we are so excited to share with you the 5 things that are going to kill your life-changing shift so that you don't make those mistakes. All right, so the first thing that will kill your shift. Life-changing shifts happen oftentimes where your pain is so strong that you are no longer willing to take those pain and you are ready to take a big stand into what you want to do. And oftentimes this comes in the format of reaching out for help, making a commitment, making a decision. Let's say you want to move somewhere. Let's say you want to decide to make a big decision to create an opportunity for you to get help from a mentor, a coach. It might be somewhere where you sign up for a course. It might be a situation where you commit to a person. It could be anything, right? So when these life-changing decisions come into place, you might get really excited about the possibility and even be in the conversation so that you can make investment of time, plans, energy, resources into creating that reality. And then as you're on the edge of your comfort zone, looking at the uncomfort zone, something in your head would short wire and short circuit, and you would get cold feet. And that's like on the cliff of the edge of not being able to trust yourself that maybe you'd be able to get the outcome that you want. It might be a situation where you don't feel like you have to trust yourself, the ability to do it, to have the skills to do it, believe in yourself. You might not feel like you have the skills to do it. You might not believe that the person or the support that you're gathering can support you to get there, and there might be a lot of reasons. But the thing is, if you don't make that action, you don't make that decision, and you don't go for it, then you're gonna stay stuck in the same place exactly where you are. So if you're in that position and you know that you have already been at the edge and are wanting to take a leap of faith into a decision, let's say starting a new business, starting a new career, ending the way that you've treated relationships and wanting to heal properly from emotional patterns that have really affected you in relationships, such as anger, loneliness, or the inability to communicate and express yourself in a way that gets the message across. These are all things that if you don't decide to look at it and don't decide to do something about it, it's not going to change. So decide and follow through. That is the way to avoid cold feet. Otherwise, you're just gonna have cold feet and it'll kill your shift, and you're gonna be exactly the same place where you are next year, or 5 years from now, or 7. Now, the second thing that will kill your changing shift is going back to the old ways of doing things. So if you have cold feet and you decided, in that moment of courage where you can actually step through, you decided not to follow through, or you decided that you can do this the way you've always been doing it, or you rely on yourself again without making any massive changes, then what you'll get is the same exact outcome, in the same bandwidth of progress. And that is going to be challenging for you to see drastic changes because you haven't changed. And the things that kills your life-changing shift is that you need to change in order for a different outcome to come. The same approach or similar approaches or even incremental approaches are not going to give you a life-changing shift. So realize that going back to the old ways or going back to the comfort zone is not the answer. But if you want to, then let's kill your shift by going back to the comfort zone. All right, now third thing is not persisting when you decide you want to change. You can talk all you want about wanting a different life, wanting a different health, wanting different love, wanting different relationships with yourself, wanting a different level of trust, wanting to be able to control your emotions or even hack your emotions or even get so deep and connect your intuition and allow your intuition to guide your path, or even say, you know, I want to have a fulfilling life, I want happiness, and then not do anything about it. Or say you want it, get the support you need, but then don't follow through. So the third thing is that if you don't persist with the new paradigm that you're in, you don't persist with the new awareness that you get when you work with me, when you work with a coach, when you work with a group of people or even a community that inspires you, if you go to a large event or an online event where you have this potential to change, you get inspired, but you don't stick with that paradigm and you return to the old ways of thinking, and you don't persist and you don't take action on that path, in that mindset, in the way that you, where you getting closer to where you want to be, then that's also going to kill your shift, right? Because if you continue to do things the same way you do, or only allow things to inspire you, but not act from a place of courage, act from a place of empowerment, but act from a place of fear, then you will continuously make decisions that's based off of fear and not based off of belief, and not persisting to a place of paradigm shifts. So if you're talking about healing and transformation, it's better oftentimes, depending on you, what you're driven by. If you're driven by fear or if you're driven by positive motivation, right? Positive inspiration. So whatever it is that you're being driven by, allow yourself to persist and follow through and go to the other end of it. Face the fear, face the change. Like, why is it that your body and your being are resisting the actions that you need to take in order to get there? Seek support. Anyway, so that is number 3, not persisting with it, not facing things, and not seeing how important it is for you to maintain that mindset, emotion, feeling of the other side of where you want to get to. Now, the fourth thing that kills your life-changing shift is deprioritizing getting that paradigm shift. That paradigm shift can come anywhere from books, from personal coaches, from an idea that shifts your world. And when you feel that you're at the edge of it and you understand it, but it's not integrated into your life on a day-to-day basis, on an idea-to-idea basis, and it does not drive the way that you create your reality. What I mean by that is that when you're making decisions, when you're planning your day, when you are creating progress in your world, and you're not using the paradigm and the outlook that you need in order for you to create happiness in your life, health in your life, love in your life, more opportunities in your life, more success in your life, then you will not get there, right? If you deprioritize getting help from outside sources that allow you to shift your identity, shift your mindset, shift the magnitude, the speed, and the acceleration of which you can get to where you want to go, then you're simply going to create the same level and same speed of results as you currently have. And if you continue doing that, it might as well be stagnant. And as much as I want to say, you know, it's important and it's great that you are already on this path, and I do acknowledge your enthusiasm and your desire to change, the scariest changes are when you burn your bridges and when you enlist and commit to getting the support or the the direction that you're wanting to go into. So meaning that if you cut yourself off from all the other options of going back to the old ways, the only way will be forward. And if you are not able to shift that entire mindset in a place where you already see, feel, and are able to experience that change that you're looking for, then prioritize enlisting a support system, mentor, or coach who has already been there or understands the process, the spiritual, emotional, mental, physical, and systematic journey, practical journey that is required to transform into the person that you need to be in order for you to step up into this new magnitude and new space and new arena that you are about to embark onto, or maybe you already have and you're just not seeing the success that you want. So see who is able to support your internal shift so that you can see that external shift. Now, the last one is unclear vision that's going to kill your life-changing shifts. If you're not able to see what your perfect health, perfect meaningful work, perfect vision of where you're looking to go is, then it's very hard for you to be able to get there. Now, a lot of times people have really clear financial goals or really clear relationship goals. And while that is clear in one aspect, such as the practical numbers of whatever figures you want to make in the revenue, or whatever person that you're wanting to date or create relationship with, or health, whatever it looks like when you are healthy and without the illness or the disease that you're having, then yes, you can see the external factors, but an unclear vision of the internal factors will result in a very diminished rate of progress and sometimes even hurt your progress. Because as we know, when you get into a place of success and get into a place of goal achievement, the person who you are inside has changed. And some people believe that status and accomplishments changes the person's perspective and gets you what you want, such as happiness or fulfillment or peace or feeling of lightness and calmness. But what is really, really important is actually understanding that when you change your inside, that is how your outside changes too. And if you take an inside out approach, that allows your body and system to not only calibrate to that next level dream and life-changing shift that you want to have, but also is able to create the outcomes in a way that is in alignment with who you are inside, which creates so much ease, so much more flow, and so much more potential joy. So these are 5 things that are killing your life-changing shifts right now. We talk about life-changing shifts all the time because why waste time on shifting if you can shift things quickly, thoroughly, and deeply. Now, if you're interested in any more of these life-changing, shifting topics, let me know below. Also, let me know which one of these resonated with you the most. We have a bunch of different resources that can support you in getting prosperity. We have a prosperity blueprint that goes into the energetics and the internal spiritual callings that you have. We have a transitions PDF as well that supports you in creating more meaningful work. And always, we also have lots of meditations that support you on creating that shift, that internal shift, in order to create those external and practical results. So I'll talk to you soon. This is Hani, and I love talking about this topic. So